everyone, this is test 2 no calculator section. We start with question 1. If x minus 2y equals 10 and y equals z plus 1 and z equals 2, what is the value of x? First plug in z equals 2 in the second equation, so we have y equals 2 plus 1, which equals 3. Okay, so we have y equals 3. Okay, then plug it in the first equation, so we have x minus 2 times y, which equals 3, equals 10. So it will be x minus 6 equals 10. Add 6 for both sides, so we have x equals 16. So the answer is C. Next question, question 2. 2x plus 6y equals 5 and ax plus by equals 7. If the system of equations above has only one solution, which of the following will be the values of a and b? So we have a system of linear equations which has only one solution. It means that the slope of the first line not equals the slope of the second line. To find the slope of the first line, it will be negative the coefficient of x, which is negative 2, over the coefficient of y, which equals 6. And to find the second slope, it will be negative a over b. Okay? It means that we have negative 2 over 6 not equals negative a over b. If we choose A, B, C, or D, I think the answer it will be C, because it will be negative 3 over 8, which is not equal negative 2 over 6. So the answer is C. Question 3. A smartphone company plans to produce and sell P smartphones. The cost of producing P phones is given by 2,600 plus 150 P. In dollars, the company receives $400 on the sale of each phone. So the revenue for the selling P phones is given by 400 P. Okay? For what value of P is the revenue of is equal to the cost? Okay, we want to find the value of P. Okay, it means we have 400 P equals the equation, which is equals 265,000 plus 150 P. Okay, so to find the value of P, we can subtract 150 P from both sides, so we have 250 P equals 2,600 6,500. So cancel 0 with the 0, means P equals divided by 25 for both sides, 265 divided 25, I think it will be equals 1,060. Yes. Okay, so P equals 1,060, so the answer is C. Question 4. We have a plus a over 2, a over 1 over a all squared minus 2. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? We have a perfect square, so it will be first squared, second squared, and 2 times first times second. It means 2 minus 2, cancel 2 with negative 2. So we have a squared plus 1 over a squared, which is a. Next one. Question 5, root a squared minus a plus 4 equals 2. If a is a positive number in the equation above, what is the value of a? So how can we find the value of a? First, we will put this equation squared to cancel the square root. So it will be squared and all squared. As we know, cancel the square root with power 2, so it will be a squared minus a plus 4 equals 4. Subtract 4 from both sides, so we have a squared minus a equals 0. Take a as a common factor, so we have a minus 1 equals 0. It means a equals 0, or a minus 1 equals 0. It means a equals 1. So the answer is D. Next question. Okay, in the xy plane above, line L is perpendicular to the line M. What is the value of k? Okay, we can find the slope of this line, which is y2. It will be m1, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so we have x1, y1, and x2, y2. So it will be y2, which equals 4 minus 0 over x2, which equals 0 minus 6. So it will be 4 over negative 4 over 6, means a negative 2 over 3. It means that the slope of the second line will be 3 over 2. Okay, and the second line passing through the origin point, it means we have y equals 3 over 2x. And this is the equation. Plug in the point negative 3 and k, negative 3 for x and k for y. So it means we have k equals 3 over 2 times x, which equals negative 3. It means 3 times negative 3, negative 9 over 2, which is negative 4.5, which is question 8. The figure above shows a regular hexagon. If the length of line segment AB is 4, we have the length of AB 4. What is the area of the hexagon? Okay, you know that the hexagon has 6 equilateral triangles with sides, I think it will be equals 4. So we have 6 equilateral triangles. This one. Oops. Yes. Yes, and we have the side length of AB. This length equals 4. We can find the area of one equilateral triangle. You know that the rule for the equilateral triangle is part 2 root 3 over 4. It means 4 squared, which equals 16 root 3 over 4, which is 4 root 3. Okay, so we have 6 equilateral triangles. It means that we multiply this area times 6, so it will be 24 root 3. So the answer is B. Next question. Question 9. We have y equals x squared minus 4 and line with the equation y equals 2x plus b. In the xy plane above, two graphs intersect at 2 points. What is the value of b? We want to find the b. It means this point. Okay, the point of intersection with y-axis or y-intercept. Okay, we can find the 2 points. This point, I think it will be negative 2, yes, and 2. This is from this equation, x squared minus 4. It means x minus 2 and x plus 2. Okay, this is y-intercept form. X-intercept, sorry. Okay, so we have negative 2 and 2. It means we have a point which is negative 2 and 0. We have 2 and 0. Okay. Okay. It means that the graph of y equals 2x plus b passes through the point negative 2 and 0. So we can substitute. So it will be 0 equals 2 times negative 2 plus b. It means 0 equals negative 4 plus b. Add 4 for both sides. It means b equals 4. Okay. Next one. Question 10. Half times 1 over x minus 1 minus 1 over x plus 1. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? Okay, using this rule, so we have half, and we have difference between two squares in the denominator. It means x squared minus 1, and we have in the numerator 1 times x plus 1 minus x plus 1, so it will be half, cancel negative x and x, 1 plus 1 equals 2 over x squared minus 1, cancel, so we have 1 over x squared minus 1, so the answer is B. Question 11. The surface area is of a cylinder with radius r and height h is given by S equals, yes, we have a rule, 2 pi RH. Okay, if the surface area of the cylinder is 20 pi and the height is 3, what is the value of r? So we have 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r times h equals 20 pi, and the height equals 3. It means we will put 3 here, cancel pi, so we have 2r squared plus 6r minus 20 equals 0, divided by 2, so we have r squared plus 3r minus 10 equals 0. Factorize, using factoring, we have r and r, and 10, which equals 2 times 5, positive, negative, so we have r equals 2. So the answer is B. Next question. Question 12, we have r equals m1 plus m2 over m1, and which of the following is the expression for m? We want to find the value of m1. Okay, using cross multiplication, so we have m1 plus m2 times 1 equals r times m1, so we can write r m1 minus m1 equals m2. Take m1 as a common factor, so we have r minus 1 equals m minus 2 divided by r minus 1 for both sides. Then write down m1 equals m2 over r minus 1. So the answer is C. Okay, next one. Question 13. If x equals x squared plus ax equals x squared plus ax minus 10. If f of 2 equals 0 in the quadratic function above, which of the following must be true? Okay, we have f of 2 equals 0. It means we have 2 squared plus 2a minus 10 equals 0. Means we have 4 minus 10 equals negative 6. Means 2a equals 6. Means a equals 3. So the function will be x squared plus 3x minus 10. Okay, this is the function. Okay, we have in the answers f of x equals f of x equals 0 equals 0. It means we want to find the x-intercept. So using factoring, we have x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So it will be x and x, 2 and 5, both here positive and negative. So we have x equals 2 and x equals negative 5. So f of 2 equals 0 and f of negative 5 equals 0. So the answer is A. Next question. 2a plus 4a plus 2 times I equals b minus 10i, for I equals the square root of negative 1 in the equation above, where a and b are constants. What is the value of a? Okay, using combined terms, so we can compare between the coefficient of I here and the coefficient of I. So we have 4a plus 2 equals negative 10. It means 4a equals negative 12. So we have a divided both sides by 4. So a equals negative 3. Okay. Also, we can compare between 2a and p. We have p equals 2a. It means b equals 2 times negative 3, which equals negative 6. So the answer is D. Next question. Question 15. Esposito tried to compute the average of his 10 math score. He mistakenly divided the correct total S of his scores by 8. The result was 5 more than what it should have been. Okay, which of the following would determine the value of X? The value of S. Okay, in this question we have the average. We try to find the average of 10 math scores. The mistakenly divided the correct total, so it means that we have S over 8. Okay, which equals, yes, the result 5 more than. It means we have equals S over 10 plus 5, because it's more than it by 5. Yes, more than it by 5. So the answer is over 8. Where the answer is over 8, 1. Okay, but we can change S over 10 to the left hand side, so it will be S over 8 minus S over 10 equals 5. Okay, so the answer is C. Next question. Question 16. We have 2 points, E and D. Question 16. If the slope of line M in the xy plane above is third, what is the area of the quadrilateral OECD? Okay, so we can find the equation of this straight line. You know that the equation y equals the slope, which equals third. This is from the given, times x plus y intercept, which equals 5. So we have OD equals 12, and the coordinates of the point C equals 12. This is for x, and we want to find it for y. So we'll plug in x equals 12 in this equation, so it will be y equals third times 12, which equals 4, plus 5, which equals 9. So y equals 9. It means CD equals 9. So we can find the area, which equals 5 plus 9 times 12 over 2. 5 plus 9 equals 14 times 12 over 2 divided 2 divided 2 equals 7. So we have 7 times 12, which equals 84. Question 17. Calera and Peter both want to buy a new smartphones. Calera has already saved $100. This is for Calera, $100. Okay, and the attempt to save $5 per week. It means we have 5 times W. Okay, to buy the phone, and Peter has $25. Peter has $25. Okay, and he plans to save $8 per week. It means 8 plus W. So in how many weeks will Calera and Peter have saved the same amounts of money? It means we will put equal and find the value of W for both. So we have 8W plus 25 equals 5W plus 100. Subtract 5 for W for both sides. It means we have 3W plus 25 equals 100. Subtract 25, so we have 3W equals 75 divided by 3, so W equals 25. Next question. Question 18. A minus 8 x squared plus b minus 5x plus c plus 2 equals 0 in the equation above. A, b, and c are constant. If the equation is true for all values of x, what is the value of a plus b plus c? Okay, it means that this coefficient by using comparing between the left hand side and the right hand side. If we have 0x squared and 0x plus 0, it means we have a minus 8 equals 0, and b minus 5 equals 0, and c plus 2 equals 0. Okay, so a equals 8, b equals 5, and c equals negative 2. Add them, so we have a plus b as c equals 8 plus 5 plus negative 2, which equals 11. Okay, question 19. In the figure above, O is the center of the circle with radius r, and the measure of theta is pi over 5. We have the measure of theta, which equals pi over 5 radian. If the length of the minor arc AB is 3 pi, so this length equals 3 pi. What is the value of r? Okay, you know that the length of the arc equals r times theta. So we have the length, which equals 3 pi, equals r times pi over 5. Cancel pi with pi. It means we have 3, which equals r over 5. It means r equals 15. Okay. Question 20. In a certain class of 70 students, 4 over 7 of the students are boys, and the ratio of students 10 years or older to the students less than 10 years is 2 to 3. If 2 over 3 of the girls are less than 10 years old, how many boys are 10 years old or older? Okay, we can put all of this information inside the table. So we have boys and girls and their total. So we have greater than 10 and less than 10 and their total. Let me start. We have their total equals 70, so the total of them all equals 70. Okay, and we have a ratio 4 over 7. It means 4 to 3 boys to girls, and their sum equals 70, so it will be 40 to 30. Okay, and the ratio of students 10 years or older of students less than 10 is 2 to 3. Okay, using the ratio 2 to 3, it means we have their total equals 70, so it will be 22 and 20. Okay, which less than 10, yes, will be 22 and 20. In their sum, it will be 42, and the remainder 28. Yes, and we have a ratio, so the number of girls will be 10. It means that the number of boys will be 28 minus 10, which equals 18. So the total number of boys equals 18. Thank you.